All right, my friends, welcome to episode 344 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry, the professor at Prof Plays Games. Over there is Anthony, the dev. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Long, extended weekend, 5-day weekend for me.
Nice. You had Friday.
The studio.
Oh.
Thursday, I had Thursday, Friday, and Monday off.
Nice.
The studio closed Thursday and Friday. Just basically giving us a mid-year break, effectively.
Yeah.
This is a new policy that's going into place, just to have a extended time around 4th of July, which is mid-year. So,
yeah.
Trying to help people not get burnt out. So, I'm happy that the studio management takes that seriously.
That's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Give people a little bit of a mental break.
Yeah, and then when we get back, we have like a short week where not a lot is... It's not going to be like a huge work week. I'll probably do some presentations during it. But then the following week is Game Jam week. Our second of 2 Game Jams a year. So we do one in the winter and one in the summer.
Nice. And it's like
so
a
week
2
long.
day? Oh, week long. Nice.
Week long, make a game.
Cool.
So
I remember the one last time. That was pretty cool. Not the game, but
yeah.
I remember the results.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes this year. I have a fun idea that I want to try.
Awesome.
So we'll see if it ever amounts to anything. But it's a great way to try out little ideas I've had sitting around for a long time.
Right.
And actually push myself to do something with them.
Yeah.
So
I imagine that helps, I don't know, flesh out things that maybe get used in different games in the future or whatever.
sure, it can. There's nothing stopping it.
Yeah.
And like most creative things, it all builds on each other.
Yeah.
So nothing's ever completely built or worked on in a vacuum. So yeah, no, it'll be good, and it's generally just a fun time for the studio. Everyone gets to just flex a little bit and try out different things, and again, kind of nicely fight burnout, let people have some experimentation, and be in a better mindset going into the next 6 months.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have a nice little break here.
Yeah, it's nice, except for the housework, but that's what 5-day weekends are in adulthood.
You get to do work around the house instead of work
all
for
the
someone
stuff
else.
that you haven't had time to do for the past few months.
That's what summer is for us. Like, we just put everything off till summer, and then it's like, all right, let's get a little bit done each day. Clean up the house, reduce, move things to people who can use them. Speaking of things that people can use, new games are something that we could use. Nintendo had another Direct following their Xenoblade Direct. And this was a third-party kind of mini Direct, where they focused on non-first-party titles. And, usually, I think it's kind of the same thing with the Sony State of Play. These Nintendo Direct minis are like, partner showcases don't usually pan out to have much, but this one exceeded expectations, just like the State of Play did earlier in the year, or last month, I think. We could go through this one by one, but I kind of want to ask you just like one thing that stood out for you.
You know what stood out for me? What made it the absolute best thing ever?
Playing Persona 5 Royal on Switch.
Switch, and Persona 3, and Persona 4.
True.
Why not?
It
have
happened.
them all on the Switch. Like,
we knew it was coming.
It finally happened. Well, I was hoping it was going to happen. I mean, with Persona 5, there's always this niggling in the back of my brain going like, maybe there's a technical reason that they can't do this on the Switch really well.
Right.
Like, maybe there's something weird here, and this just is not something that is ever going to happen, and I'm just going to be sad. Nope, it's happening. And it seems like the same day it's launching on Steam and Xbox and the whole thing.
Yeah, it's October or something or other.
October 20th or 21st, somewhere in there, like right around that.
I always think about Persona 5 on the PS4, which it just felt like it ran great, but it didn't feel like it was overwhelming the hardware. So it seems like it should be able to run on Switch.
Exactly. That was my thing. It should, but you never know because it's been so long and you're like, they haven't announced this and it seems like the perfect fit. But I'm sure there was some legal timing with Sony contracts and everything where they've been waiting. Sure. But hell yeah, like
to have all those portable, great.
Yeah. And And it wasn't even the same trailer that they were showing for Xbox and everything. They actually had the voice actors of Morgana and Sam Riegel come back and voice Teddy.
That's really good. I didn't even realize he was Teddy.
Yeah,
Cool.
I remember playing Persona 4, in the past couple years when I played it, and I was like, got to Teddy first showing up, and I'm like, this sounds familiar. This sounds like a Sam Riegel voice. It is a Sam Riegel voice.
Very cool.
It was pretty entertaining there. Mercer's in Persona 5.
Yeah, Yusuke or something? Does he play Yusuke?
Yeah, Yusuke.
Yeah.
He plays Yusuke.
Yeah.
And so they're around, but yeah. I was very excited by that. Now, I mean, they ended on it, and I'm sure that's, like, to some people isn't, like, the big, giant thing to end on, but these games are really fun. And then I just went and listened to the music for another hour afterwards, because the music's really good.
Persona 5 music is so good. I haven't heard the... I've heard Persona 4 Golden music just by playing, 10 hours or whatever, but Persona 5 music just sticks with you. Oh my god, it's so good.
Real good. So I mean, that was a nice little ending there. Happy for that. But if I'll do a half of another one. The Mario plus Rabbids not having a grid blew my mind.
Really?
That one thing of it not a tactics game not using a grid, it's so rare for that to happen.
Yeah, they had talked about it after the last one when they were, 2 years ago or whatever, when they were talking about announcing this or whatever. They're like, we're moving away from the grid and trying some different things, and there you go. There it is. I didn't know. I didn't see that. Interesting. Yeah.
So it blew my mind. I was like, wait, this isn't a grid.
It's just like there's so many movement options.
Yeah. And I haven't watched. There's like a 20-minute, 30-minute like Mario Rabbids video that came out the day after this, and I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't watch it either because I was busy with family, but I want to. I will maybe tonight. Yeah. This is the one I'm most excited for. I'm so excited for this game. Having the grid taken away, like, it's kind of cool, I think, because it's just different. Like when I got to the Donkey Kong DLC from the original game, I was kind of like, all right, I've kind of done this. So I'm excited to see them kind of go in a different direction and see how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, it still seems to have a lot of the same core strategies going on.
Yeah.
Like core concepts, the movement, jumping, like the co-op jumping and sliding through enemies and getting to cover, but just with a bit more freedom to do it, which is pretty entertaining. I'm actually very happy this game is getting that they're getting a sequel for that game, because I really thought it was going to be one and done originally.
Well, it's been so long. Like I played this when my daughter was less than a year old. I remember holding her and playing it portable on my Switch.
Because this was close. This was 2018 probably when it came out, into 2017.
Yeah, I'd say it's into 2017.
Yeah, the first one. So it's been forever, and I know it sold decently, but I don't think it, like most tactics games, they're pretty niche.
Yeah.
So it's not like a mega seller by any means, but they're wanting to keep the franchise alive and keep it going. So that's exciting to see, and it was exciting to just see more info on it finally.
So yours is Persona, mine is Mario Rabbids. I want to throw my daughter's here as well. The only one that she saw, which was Disney Dreamlight Valley, which I'd never seen, and it has apparently been announced before. There's trailers for PS5 and whatever else. But I was looking up articles, and it was like, is this Animal Crossing / Disney? My daughter is it? I don't know. I have no idea. It's like a neighborhood sim where you can interact with Disney characters. That's Animal Crossing. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it could be. I think Animal Crossing is great. I don't want to say this is going to be great, but it's got Moana. My daughter's obsessed with Moana right now. So she's just like, can I hang out with Tamatoa? I don't know. I didn't see Tamatoa in the trailer. Well, can we watch it slower to see if we find Tamatoa? It's like, oh my god, you're like doing Game Explain scrubbing through trailers. So she watched it no joke about 20 times in a row because we were packing to go on a trip, and she just watched it over and over and over and over and wanted to watch the Switch trailer and then the PS4 trailer because they were different. I was like, oh, you are my daughter. So yeah, she's excited about that.
Wow. Based on what has been revealed, the only Moana characters are Moana and Maui right now.
Those are the only two that I saw as well, but my daughter corrected me and said, no, Grandma Tala's in the background as the manta ray. I'm like, okay, you're right. I see the manta ray. I don't think you can interact with the manta ray, but it's
That's right. Yes. That's true. Technically correct.
I was corrected.
The worst kind of correct.
Exactly.
But you're right.
So she's at that stage now. She's very observant. But Blanc also I thought looked cool.
Blanc looked really neat. I'm sure it's going to be have many feelings playing that one. But the art style was really cool looking.
The art style is what stood out to me. It's like the black and white kind of, but like 3D as well. The environments seem 3D, and then or it is 3D, I guess. But
it is 3D.
It looks kind of 2D color wise. I don't know
how to explain it. It's very it's like black and white pin drawing.
Yeah.
As the art style just. So it looks like a pen drawing when you just look at a scene, but it's still all in 3D.
Yeah.
It's really neat. I'm sure it's going to be really freaking sad. God damn
it. Probably. We got some time. It's February 23 when that one comes out, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also really like the art style for Return to Monkey Island. I guess I haven't seen it before. Obviously, I've seen the original Monkey Island art, but this art looks really cool. But I think some people don't agree.
No, there was definitely I had seen this. I saw through Twitter some subtweets that I had to go digging and figure out like what the hell are people talking about? Oh, it's this that there are clearly some people this art style is not landing for, and have decided that they were going to harass Ron Gilbert,
yes, exactly,
the creator of Monkey Island, to the point where he's like, I'm not going to blog about this game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done
sharing about this game.
And then I think the subtweet was one of the System Era founders. He did this public, Adam Brommel. I was like, what is this tweet? I'm just seeing if I can find it. Maybe he deleted it. But there was just basically something of being like, to the effect of, not all of you deserve the games we make.
Yeah, I've heard. I didn't see that tweet, but I heard a couple other people too say like, you don't deserve this. Just get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when that one, he may have deleted it. But I remember liking it.
Seriously, like, you always think about like the toxic community being like first-person shooters or even like MOBAs, but like this one.
But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, Jesus, people, you don't deserve this game. Go away.
Yep.
Like,
you don't need to play it.
It's fine if you don't like the art style. That is a very subjective thing to like different types of visual art. That's fine. You can also say, I don't like the art style.
Yep.
That's very different than being like harassing the creator to want them to force them to change the art style.
Right.
That's past the line.
Well,
the internet knows no lines. There is no line.
Well, neither does society at this point. We have people harassing electors and election officials because they don't like the results of an election. Like, it's just, we're beyond the pale in every respect now.
Yeah, as a society, I think we've definitely got to this point there where if it's not how we want it to be, we should argue and make it our way.
Yes, exactly.
On all things. And that's okay, which is not how it should be. That's and lots of things, and in creative fields, it's not really the audience's choice on what the art is.
And I feel like in the creative fields more than others, like I don't like how a book's written, I can write my own. I can do my own art, you know?
Or if you don't, that's the thing. If you just don't like it, you don't have to continue putting time into it.
Yes,
you can put it down. Like, this isn't for me. It's okay to say, this isn't for me. It doesn't work for me.
Yep.
There are many very popular works in all mediums where I'm like, nah, it just doesn't land for me. I'm not liking this. I don't, for whatever reason. It's not up to the creator to change it to meet my needs.
Yeah.
That's not the job. They did their job, what they wanted to do. They made the thing. Me as an audience spectator, it's my choice if I want to partake in it or find it worth my time.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I don't know. But I could not believe, I'm like, you harassed Ron Gilbert. My God, people. Like, stop.
Yeah. I know, it's just, you know, that plus like the God of War thing that's happened this week where people were just like so upset that the release date reveal for the 30th that was rumored to happen didn't happen. Just tell us it's delayed. Like, just fuck off, guys. Like, it'll come out when it comes out, and just stop harassing people. Fuck.
Yeah. So. But I like the look of the Monkey Island art. Kind of paper dollish in some ways.
Yeah.
Paper, like, it's a very unique art style. The original games were kind of a unique art style for their time. Like,
it reminds me of Paper Mario a lot. So yeah,
a lot. And that's one of the big things with like those type of like point and click adventure games now is a key thing to set them apart is to make very bold art style choices.
Yeah,
because it needs to stand out. So I don't know. I mean, these arguments have been going on forever. I remember Wind Waker getting all that shit.
Yep.
When they first showed.
And that game is fucking timeless.
Yeah, the art is goddamn timeless on the whole thing.
Put it on Switch, you cowards.
They will.
Oh,
they want money at some point.
Oh, I hope you're right, dude. And I won't worry about my Terminator. Fuck, my exterminator taking my Wii U.
Yeah.
Or whoever took it. I'm surprised that Nier Automata is going to run on Switch natively.
I mean, it looks a little framey and a little blurry. I mean,
yep, it's like Witcher 3 on fucking Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, on another technical truth, technically Witcher 3 is on Switch.
Technically,
it's
it runs.
Technically playable and runs.
It is so blurry.
Nier looks similar in that regard.
Yeah.
I do not. That's cool that they're putting it here, but I'm like, this is not where I'd want to experience this game.
Not the place to play it, exactly. And it's 26 endings or whatever.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that I've been sitting on in Steam forever. If I want to pick it up,
it's
not on sale right now for the Steam sale.
Oh, interesting. I played the first.
It goes on sale every once in a while, but it's just not during the summer sale.
I played the first 2 or 3 hours on PS4 and really liked it. And it's just, my gaming ADD. I switched to something else. But it has, like, very different different levels or different, like, one's a shoot 'em up and one's a side-scrolling. It was really cool. I really should get back to it. But not on Switch.
Yeah. I've had a couple friends who've played through it multiple times, beat it, the whole thing, and they sing its praises constantly. And they're like, it's an incredible game. And it doesn't. They say it's a fun game for the first few hours of it. It doesn't reveal its brilliance until many hours in.
Interesting.
And those endings and like, it's weird. Basically, the structure of it's very different. It's not your typical means of storytelling. It's like it will be something you have not experienced before.
Yeah. Cool.
And so that's really cool, and I'm like, I should probably just play this.
I feel like that's the same argument for Disco Elysium. Like,
kind of, actually.
Not very many things like this.
Yeah.
Which is true.
So, yeah, it's on the Switch. If that's your only place to play it, it's probably going to be great. But if you have other options to play it, like a PS4, even, or PC, probably better there.
Yep, I agree.
What was the one that I saw that was like, I never played any of these. Do you have any experience with the Mega Man Battle Network stuff?
None, not at all. I know people were
Okay.
excited about it, but I've
I
never
know.
played any of them.
People were really excited. And I'm like Pokemon, I think I missed these games.
Yes, I think because I was really into Mega Man up through X2, and then kind of fell off, and then I don't know when when Battle Network came out, but I never played them.
GBA era, I believe.
That may be why.
And there was a lot of them.
Yeah, there's fucking 3, 6, 9, 10? 10 different, like versions of.
Yeah,
like,
there's.
There's like maybe like 6, but then there's like 6 and a different version of 6 or whatever. It's like a grid-based battle kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like more JRPG-ish type Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I really know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up Battle Network. Created amidst the success of Nintendo and Game Freak's Pokemon series, Mega Man Battle Network has players control Mega Man.exe as they attempt to stop the schemes of net crime organization WWW.
All right.
Headed up by Dr. Wily, of course.
Duh.
Players battle enemies on a 6x3 grid.
Yeah.
Selecting battle chips, which allow you for more powerful attacks. Huh. I mean, there's definitely a part of me that's like, maybe I'll try this at some point. Because
yeah,
it looks different, and I kind of like Mega Man in some aspects. So
I just feel like people are so fucking excited about this. There has to be something to it.
Something. Mega Man Battle Network is a real-time tactical RPG series. Sure.
I like those words.
Yeah, there's some words there that are intriguing.
Yeah. So the first there's 2 volumes. The first volume has Mega Man Battle Network, and then 2, and then 3 blue and 3 white. So we are getting into the Pokemon thing of 2 versions of the same game.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We're in that time.
So coming 2023.
Oh, wow. Wait, and that's interesting. So for at least, now I'm going through them. Director, producer, Inafune was the producer on all of these.
That would make sense. He was on Mega Man.
He was. It's just interesting to see that he was still even roped into all these too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So
people were excited.
Yes.
It intrigued me. It intrigued me enough to be like, okay, I should maybe try one of these out.
Well, in that whole classic character piece, like there's Bomberman, where you can like build your own Bomberman courses, which was kind of cool. And then 3D Pac-Man, which I never played that game, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. That one's weird to me. I'm like, really? Did we need to really build out the lore of Pac-Man? Is this required?
Yes, no, it's definitely not. But then you also had another classic character later, which was the only Sonic Frontiers trailer that looked mildly interesting. It looked better than the IGN coverage to me, but I'm not sure if that's a game for me. I feel like they needed to give Sonic a sword and a shield for this kind of game.
Everything that I've seen coverage on it, or people that have spent time with it, because there was an event where they actually got to play it.
Yep, right.
And they're like, it's just boring. Like, it's giant open worlds with nothing to do.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is the thing. I'm like, well, yeah, that's the failure of trying to make a giant open world.
Right, you just have space for Sonic to run in. Like, yay.
Yeah, that's basically like, cool, I can run fast across things that I don't care about.
Yep.
That have nothing there. So yeah, that's what it just sounds like, that it's just kind of boring. Which is sad, but I feel like that's unfortunately a standard for Sonic games now. Like, new Sonic games for a long time have not been great.
No. No. A Sonic Mania,
like,
I guess, that was about it. Which wasn't new, it was just like remixing old stuff.
Yeah. So, like, new stuff they've been trying have just been... They've never figured it out, I would say. Like, that is a franchise sorely needing something.
They do have the highest grossing video game movie.
Oh, that's good. I've heard that it's s- mm, dumb fun. I'll put it that. So bad that it's good.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I did get Jim Carrey back to do a role for whatever crazy reason.
I do not get that. Like, really? Dr. Robotnik is what brought you back? Or no, not Dr. Robotnik. Eggman, right?
Eggman, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Who knows on that? Trying to think of other things here. Oh, there was where the near thing in the square section. Harvestella.
Yeah.
That's my Stardew Valley meets JRPG.
Yep. It's
incredible the amount of influence Stardew Valley has had. I'm gonna say.
It looks cool. The graphics look good, and like if you like Stardew Valley, and you like JRPGs, this seems like it has like a nice mix of all those really cool things. It has like the Square Enix RPG battle system almost, and then you just like farm, and then like the locales look cool. I don't know. I'm not really into these games very much, but it looked pretty interesting to me. You have to like save the world from something. Quietus.
Yeah, something. I don't know. It looks very absurd JRPG, in that way. But yeah, it looked neat. It's like I said, really kind of crazy to see the influence Stardew Valley has had now on just games that are being made. There's so many games that are doing that farm life thing now.
Yeah.
Where people had considered that genre basically dead or very niche, like you're getting your rune factories and harvest moons, and that's about it. Right. And only a trickle of them. And now, geez, there's a few a year. And I'm a sucker for it. I'm like, sure, let's try it. The thing is with this, and I just had the trailer up, I'm like, oh, the combat actually will probably be deep in this one, as opposed to Stardew Valley's is not deep. It's not its focus at all, and it's not even trying to be. It just kind of has it as a small part of
this looks like a real battle system. They're like, let's put our battle systems from Final Fantasy or whatever into a farming sim game. I think that looks pretty interesting. Like this, we don't have a first party Nintendo Direct, like I don't think the whole year. And I just feel like them having a Xenoblade one and then having this, there has to be a first-party one coming up. But even without one, like the Switch has a lot of stuff coming this year, even if it's not first-party. We know we have Splatoon coming. We know we have Xenoblade 3 coming, and that's it.
But yeah, you have all these third-party things, and that's basically going to show that the fact that the Switch is the best-selling console right now, especially worldwide. So that just automatically just draws a lot of games to your platform.
Right, like would Nier Automata come to the Wii U? No. But it's certainly coming to the Switch because they can sell some copies of an older game.
And that's totally what they're doing.
Yep.
They're just doing the calculus of being like, oh, if we put this out, we know we'll sell about X amount of units total.
Yep.
Now that's worth it. That's some profit. And extends the tail of these older games. I think the only one we didn't hit here that I was curious on was the Dragon Quest Treasures.
Oh yeah.
Which I was like, is this a remake of a Dragon? No, it's its own new game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That has you like collecting enemies to fight. It's like Pokemon Dragon Quest kind of, but also hunting for treasures in maps. I don't know. It's very weird.
I didn't quite get what the whole game was. Like, okay, I'm sure this is for someone.
Treasure hunting.
Yes.
And then having your AI controlled enemies fighting battles for you. I don't know.
There's a slime fighting with me.
Yes.
Cool.
And that's coming out this year, December 9th.
Yeah.
So,
and if I don't know if these are Switch exclusives or probably not, but there's a lot coming to Switch. If you only own a Switch, you're gonna have some new stuff to play this year. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get I don't know. I feel like Nintendo is doing what they did the last couple of years, where they're controlling the news cycle. They dropped the Xenoblade one. Week later, they drop this one. Week or two later, they drop another one. Maybe it's a first-party direct. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a tweet with a trailer of Wind Waker coming to Switch, which would be just fine.
There you go.
That's all. I just give me a tweet. That's all I need. Considering my daughter just watched her first speed run. She watched the Wind Waker speed run. And the speedrunner was a girl, which was really awesome for my daughter. She was very excited that it was a girl. And she, there's so much lexicon, like different kinds of skip.
Right, yeah.
My wife was listening from the other room, and she was just like, "What does she mean when she says plain vanilla?" I was like, "Oh, with no mods, no skips, no nothing, just plain how it's meant to be played." There's like all this language, and my daughter kept asking me, why are they doing this? What's happening there? And then they started doing this weird swim skip where like screen flashes, and she's like, Yep. So we fast forwarded through that stuff. And they warned us, like, this is pretty rough. So, if you need to skip this part, it's just like super flashy framey. Ugh.
Yeah, because I've seen a Wind Waker, a speed run before years ago. And I do remember that there's a way, it's like using the pause menu and swimming, and you get really, really fast, and you can just shoot yourself to different islands.
Yes, exactly.
Like across the ocean in frames. It was crazy to watch it be done. But yes, it's fine to skip. It was definitely weird looking and rough.
Yeah. I know that when that game comes to Switch, we'll be playing it again.
I'm sure. I will.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Which kind of pivots to what we've been playing, which is me starting with what we've been reading. My daughter had a birthday, and I gave her the treasure chest full of the Legend of Zelda manga. And she was very excited about the treasure chest, not so much excited about the books until the next day. And then she was very excited. So we started reading, I forget the title of it, but it's basically it's like 4 Sword Adventures. There's the 4 links. And then that led me to looking at Amazon to find Triforce Heroes, because that's the one I remember for 3DS that had multiple links. And that came yesterday, and we played it today. And it was really cool. It's E for everyone, which is the sweet spot. It's perfect. And it's just these 3 silly links saying silly things, which my daughter loves. And then puzzles. It's just puzzles.
Yep.
There's like not a lot of battling right now. It's just puzzles. So my daughter is adept at using the touchscreen to switch to a different color link, toteming up, throwing them, solving the puzzles. She solved the first 4 screens, the first 4 puzzles, almost by herself. And I was just like, "What's happening? It's happening." She was so into it. And then she started to notice where the hidden switch was, and she had to she was too short. So I was like, "So if you're too short, what do you got to do?" "Oh, I got to totem up, okay, and get to the right height and shoot." And, she was swinging a sword. It's like, "Well, is the sword the only tool you have?" She's like, "No, I have the arrow. I could use the arrow." And then she lines up, and instead of hitting the right button, she hits the wrong button and throws Link over the cliff and just sails down into the river below. It was just a lot of mayhem and really fun, and that would be a really fun game to play multiplayer, which it's supposed to be a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But obviously we don't play that way. But it was super, super great. And it was awesome because this morning I was like, "So what do you want to do?" After we read our book, we watch a show or play a game. She's like, "I want to play Miitopia. And I was like, "Remember, we have the new Zelda game." She's like, "Oh, yes, let's do that instead." Okay. Get a little more of a break from Miitopia. And then the other thing I played this week was just more Ratchet and Clank. I'm probably 60% through the game.
Nice.
It's Pixar fun. It's not. I don't feel like the story is very interesting, but the gameplay is just super fun. So, yeah, and that's all I've been playing this week because we went on vacation with the in-laws, and I've been watching The Boys on Amazon.
Okay. I saw you posting about it. I watched the first episode.
Jesus.
It's. I don't know. I still find that it's a very cynical show.
Oh,
yeah. And I'm trying to. I'm like, I think it's well done. It's intense and very cynical. I'm wondering if it will lose its cynical edge at some point, if that's just setup, basically. But I'm worried that it's basically like anyone that's actually doing anything good here is just going to get killed.
Yeah, I don't have that same feeling right now, just because Starlight specifically. I don't know if you got to that character.
Yeah,
You did. Okay.
yeah,
The way that that's developed over 3 episodes makes me feel like I have a lot of hope for that character.
okay,
So that between that character and just how well written the show is, those are the 2 things that are pushing me forward. Because otherwise, like, just the I'm not really into like the really, I don't know, crude violence. Like, it's just unsettling and jarring, but they don't do it that often, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just there are pieces of it that are just like, if they had tuned those things up more, I would walk away immediately. So it's just like
sure,
they bring it in and then it's gone. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
like, I'm still here, but I can definitely see what you're saying. Like, if this main character, the goodness that she's trying to like infuse into this situation, if they stamp that out and stamp her out, it's like, okay, well, it's like
or stamp out that, not even her, stamp out like her wanting to be good.
Yes,
Even like that, like any of these people trying to do the right thing, if it stamps that out, I don't think I'll be able to make it through it in the end. It's honestly feels in that way. I'm gonna get shit for this. Breaking Bad. I watched a lot of seasons of Breaking Bad.
Ugh.
There's a point I had to stop though, because I mean, it's a tragedy. It's watching a man go from a decent person to showing that he was never a decent person, and everyone who tries to do good just getting killed.
Dude, after 2 episodes, that was so clear to me, I could not watch anymore. I was like, this
dark as fuck.
Yeah, like, this is depressing. It's going to get way more depressing. This is not going to be a redeeming story. I can't do this.
No, it's not a redeeming. It's not meant to be a redeeming story. I made it through 3 seasons.
Ugh, that's more than I could do.
And I was like, at a point, I was just like, I can't. Like, this is, it's incredibly well done. It's well written. It's well acted.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't take just how depressing it was.
Dude, the boys to me is like 800 times more uplifting than anything I saw in Breaking Bad.
So yeah, I've only watched the first episode, so I'll probably watch the second or more of it over the week. Because we're talking about watching things, I watched finished Stranger Things 4.
Oh, nice, because they did the second half of that, right?
It's not even half. It was 2 episodes.
Oh.
But it was 2 episodes, but it was almost 4 hours of content.
Oh, damn.
One episode was 1 hour and 30 minutes, and the finale episode was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
That's like a fucking movie.
It was a fucking movie, and it was incredible.
Wow. Okay.
I would say this is probably I don't want to say it's the best season. The first season had something special to it that was great. And 2 and 3 were still good, but they didn't capture that spark of the first season. 4 is very much doing its own thing, and it doesn't try to recapture that initial spark, but it definitely like elevates itself up really better than the last 2 seasons. But it couldn't exist without all that content before it.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting the payoffs that you've been waiting for. And there's 1 more season to go, but
they're doing 5.
There's 5. Yeah,
okay.
It was always and it very well sets it up for a 5th season. A 5th and final, kind of like we're ending this. But my God, I enjoyed this 4th season so much. It was so good, and the music has been incredible. Like, sure, Kate Bush is very excited for her paychecks.
Yeah,
on
dude.
that.
Holy
she
shit.
owns all her music. So
damn. So she owns her own catalog, which is good.
She does own her own catalog, and I listened to an interview that she gave a couple weeks ago. She doesn't give interviews that often, but it was some on some British radio show. She was interviewed. She was like, just said she was a huge fan of the show to begin with, even before they asked her.
Yeah.
And so she was like, sure,
That
you
helps.
can use it. And it's she's like, I liked how they were using it and what they were using it for, and how it elevated the message of the song in a different way.
Yeah.
And I saw a thing, and it's definitely from this last episode. Well, shouldn't be a huge fan, but they did very well. Master of Puppets.
Ooh, interesting.
It's very, very well integrated. It's very cool how it's done and used, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
I might have to watch this after I finish The Boys.
It's a lot of content, and I will say the first season's really good. They're all good. 2 and 3 just kind of have pacing issues sometimes. You're like, come on, move along.
Yeah.
Like, you've set tone. We can continue now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm in
I think it's really good.
I don't know what I'm in, but I'm like reading books like crazy and actually having time to watch shows. And I think it's just that my new position has a different kind of stress than my last position, but my last position was like an insane amount of stress and a constantness that made it very difficult to watch or read things that I couldn't get completely immersed in, because if I thought that I needed to be doing the thing instead of relaxing, then I just felt guilty and went back to work.
Yeah.
Which is why video games are helpful, because I could like turn my brain off for an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus now I don't have that, so I feel more free now than I felt in 4 years. It's really amazing. Considering what I've ascended to in terms of like responsibility, I don't have that currently. I will later probably have that same level of like constant oppressive stress. So that's nice. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of watching things, and that's bizarre. And my wife is very happy. She's like, I haven't seen you read a book in like years. I'm like, I know, and I can't stop. I'm so excited.
You're like, I love books.
Oh my God, they're so good right now. Anyway, what else? What have you been playing?
What I've been playing, the only thing, trying to think of what I've been playing. I've been jumping through a lot of games and just random things. I like installed Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, played for like 30 minutes. So I got it on Epic. Pretty good platformer kind of combat thing. Oh my God, is the rice growing intense?
Really?
Like, actually, they have 2 difficulty settings in the game. They have combat difficulty and farming difficulty.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, the farming difficulty is like true. It's like there's no like grid for planting your rice. It's just like you gotta eyeball to keep it the right distance from other rice thing.
We told you of Rice and Ruin, okay? We're gonna ruin you with the rice.
Art style is really cool though. It has a really good looking art style.
I don't remember picking that from Epic. Did you get it free or did you buy it?
I had a coupon. I didn't get it for free. I had a coupon that brought it down pretty cheap. I'd always been interested in it. It's a little intense for me right now from the farming side. I probably will go back later, maybe.
Can you notch the difficulty down midstream?
Maybe I might do that to see, because I'm failing at growing rice.
I hate rice. I'm never eating rice again.
So I played that a little bit. I've just been trying to find something, and then I realized, this is also in the direct. I couldn't really get it on the 30th. I had to wait until Friday, but I got Sunbreak, Monster Hunter Rise. Sunbreak.
Oh shit! Yeah, that came out, right?
That did. I confirmed with my friends who play it that they were going to still stick to playing it on Switch, so I picked it up on Switch, and I've probably since Friday to today I've played most nights playing it. Okay. It's more Monster Hunter. I mean, it takes Rise. I beat Rise, and it adds Master Rank, so it's the next ranking up. Mm-hmm. So there's harder monsters, new weapons, new armor sets from those monsters and parts. So it has that loop. If you didn't like Rise, this isn't going to change your opinion. Like, this is just more Rise. There's more monsters to hunt, better gear to build, different sets to work on, and I think I don't know if it's a complaint. It's weird because it's a big expansion, but I've yet to fight a straight new monster.
Oh, are they remixed old monsters or what?
Yeah, they're remixed and harder old monsters, but I know there's a bunch of new monsters as well. I'm just like, where are they? And I'm at Master Rank 2. I'm pretty sure they show up at Master Rank 3. And the story part is Master Ranks 1 through 6, I believe. So I think 3 and up is going to be a lot of new monsters. They're just setting it's just, I think, how they're setting the story.
Yeah.
Basically. Because that's the one thing about these games. They're all about just hunting the monsters, but man, do they care about their story.
There like a lot of cutscenes, a lot of story.
Not a lot of cutscenes, but they're just like, there's lore.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell you what's going on. Like, you're just like, you've thought way harder about hunting monsters, and giving context for it than I think any player cares. But go you. I've been having a good time with it. Both my friends who want to play, they're actually on vacation. They won't be back for like another week. So I'll get to some point in this, and I'll probably be playing multiplayer with them next week, would be my hope. But I know a bunch of people at work, our work Discord, have been talking about playing, so I'll probably do some lunch games with work friends. I don't know. I'm in on Monster Hunter. At the Direct, they showed off that there's a bunch of content updates over the rest of the year and into 2023.
Yeah, I saw that. There were a lot of, it's like, is it mainly cosmetic stuff, or?
No, new monsters.
Okay.
So they'll add a couple monsters, which when they add new monsters means that there's new gear sets that come with those monsters. So it's just the constant support. So I think that probably lasts into 2023 to some point.
Right.
And then I think that will be the end of Rise, and they'll probably, I would expect sometime spring, a Games Fest. Let's just say Summer Games Fest next year, 2023. They'll probably announce the next Monster Hunter. That would seem to follow cadence of it. My thought is Monster Hunter World 2 at this point.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Focused on next gen consoles, so it'll be very PS5 focused and look very nice. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I would say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have never expected to be this invested in playing Monster Hunter games. But I get their loop. I like the loop that they do, and the skills, the skill ceiling in the games. So I've been having a good time.
Yeah, because you jumped in with your friends on World, I think was the first time. Yeah, right.
I had tried 4 in Generations as well, and I just bounced off really hard.
Yeah.
But World got me. World got me good.
And it wasn't even Geralt that got you, the Geralt skin, which that's the reason I bought it, and I never figured out how to fucking get it, or didn't. I don't know. Spend enough time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, that's mostly what I've been playing.
Awesome.
When I've been playing.
That's
so.
Cool. Well, before we get out of here, I want to thank everybody for making June 2022 somehow the best month of our podcast ever. More downloads in June 22 than any month previously. Before June 22, the record was January 2021. So we beat that by an order of magnitude. So thanks everyone for listening, telling your friends, downloading. Go to your friend, pick up your friend's phone, download it on their phone for them. Don't even tell them. It just shows up one day on their phone. We will be back here next week to talk about something. I'm sure with the 4th of July weekend, there might be a quiet week. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a really cool tweet from Nintendo that we can talk about next week.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
It could be any number of things. There was that rumor about Metroid Prime 1. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, no. I think I posted that on Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was you. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's rumored.
Yeah.
That there's remakes, remasters of the Metroid Prime games, which would make sense, and it would make sense that if they needed something quick to just slot in to like later in the year, they could just be like, here's Metroid Prime remaster. Go.
Yeah, having the thing just in their back pocket, like if we need something, we can throw in Wind Waker HD Switch or Metroid Prime. And maybe we need both of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening. This is episode 344 of Prof and Dev Play Games. We are both out of here probably to go finish watching I don't know, some speed runs we missed. It's closing up today, right? Or was that yesterday?
No, finished last night.
Last night, Elden Ring.
Yeah, I've watched Elden Ring last night.
Nice.
Crazy.
I'm going to go watch Celeste. Haven't watched that yet.
Nice.
So, all right, folks. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Please rate us on your podcast service of choice, etc., etc.
All right. Later, everyone.
See ya.